Here we go. So I'm finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you got no life. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as I take you through this boss ranking. I had way more fun than I should have while making this. Anyway, back in November I did a final Bowser boss ranking in the mainline Super Mario games. And I remembered how much fun I had while making that ranking, so I wanted to do something similar with other franchises. But the main problem is that I haven't played every single Sonic, Zelda, or Kirby game yet, and it will take me a while before I can. But one night I had a realization. Why not try the Donkey Kong Country series? I have access to all the games, and there are really only 5 bosses to pay attention to. So why the hell not? Keep in mind, this list will only feature the final bosses from the following games: Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong's Quest, Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and lastly Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now with all that out of the way, let's begin. Now for the final boss of Donkey Kong Country Returns. After a rather difficult rocket section, you are met with a laughably easy final boss. All you do is jump on each of his hands twice, then on his head 3 times. I mean, Tiki Tongue would occasionally fake you out, which to be honest is kind of funny. But anyway, this is kind of like how I feel about the final boss in Super Mario Sunshine, to be honest. You see, returns until the 6th world, I guess, could be classified as moderately difficult. But once you reach the 6th world, the difficulty spikes. It spikes all the way to just before the final boss, which again is laughably easy, just like Bowser in Super Mario Sunshine. Oh well, at least the music's good. But yeah, I don't think there's anything left to say about the fight against Tiki Tongue, so let's just see which boss got the number 4 spot. Now for the final boss for my least favorite Donkey Kong Country game. At first you have to fight Chaos, or Chaos, or how on earth do you pronounce that? Anyway, you fight him once again, in which all you have to do is throw barrels at him. Then afterwards it is revealed that Baron K. Rulenstein, who is totally not K. Rool, has been controlling the robot he built by using his wife's pots without her permission. Yeah, he's totally whipped. Anyway, we then fight this guy and... Okay, this fight is in the number 4 spot for a reason. All you have to do is throw barrels at him from behind, and all he does is float around. And activate the electricity, but mostly just floats around. I mean, sure, he speeds up a bit as the fight goes on, and the fight gets more and more difficult, but I rest my case. I guess I could say this fight is lacking in versatility, which is basically the ultimate reason why this boss fight is so low on my list. But now, let's see which boss got the number 3 spot. And the bronze medal goes to the OG fight against King K. Rool. At first he'll throw his crown at you, which will come back like a boomerang. Then he'll start running towards the other side of the ship. After you get a few hits in, he'll jump to the other side of the ship while cannonballs fall from the sky. When you get more hits in, more cannonballs will fall. When you hit him a certain amount of times, he'll be dead and we'll get a credit scene and... Wait, he's not dead? He'll then start bouncing across the ship. As you get more hits in, his bounces will be much more frequent until you land the final blow, which, yes, he's down for real this time. I think the more versatile moveset is what gives this fight the edge over the bosses on the number 4 and 5 spots, but the reason why this fight is only in the number 3 spot is because it's a bit easy in my personal opinion. But yeah, let's see which boss gets the silver medal. And the silver medal goes to probably the most forgettable Donkey Kong villain. No, seriously, I actually forgot this guy's name until just recently. But anyway, Lord Frederick will start by blowing his horn, which will bring some snow-mad penguins on the stage. Throw one of the penguins at him, then he'll jump to the stage. Like K. Rool, he'll charge at you. But unlike the thick crocodile, you can jump on Frederick while he's charging at you. Like every boss in this game, it will take 9 hits to take down this thick walrus Viking. Every 3 hits will trigger a new phase where he is much faster and more aggressive. After he charges at you, he'll jump and try to crush you a few times. After he does that, he'll summon the ice dragons, which will freeze the stage. In the 3rd phase, he will jump on one side of the stage, which causes the platforms, except for the one Frederick's on, to rise for a few seconds. He can also summon ice dragons to charge at you during this phase. The reason why this fight is so high on the list is because it's basically like the OG K. Rool fight, except more difficult. But yeah, let's just see which boss gets the gold medal. And the gold medal goes to the final boss of Diddy Kong's quest, Captain K. Rool, who is definitely not King K. Rool, no. In all seriousness though, this is actually a pretty neat boss fight. It's tedious, but also neat. And you know what they say,
neatness counts!
Captain K. Rool is armed with a vacuum, which can also launch cannonballs that can sometimes spike up. So basically, the key to this fight is to throw cannonballs in K. Rool's weapon to make it explode in his face. He'll then fire a spiked cannonball to disrupt your movement a bit. And then, the first phase is over.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
In the second phase, he fires a bunch of cannonballs and a barrel that contains a throwable cannonball. After a few hits, those consecutive cannonballs move in a circular pattern. Now to the third phase. This is when the fight starts to heat up a bit. He fires these... To be honest, I don't even know what those things are. But what I do know is that the blue ones will slow you down and the red ones will invert your controls. K. Rool can also somehow turn invisible for a few seconds. Afterwards, DK will use the banana slammer and the fight is over. I really liked the versatility of attacks K. Rool has, as well as the level of difficulty in this fight. So, until Nintendo decides to finally make another Donkey Kong Country game, this is my ranking of all the final bosses. Okay, the next thing I have planned is a boss ranking of Sonic Frontiers, so I hope you look forward to that, as well as my future Let's Plays. And I don't really have anything else planned to say, so I'll see you in the next video. See ya, chump. He's a casual gamer, you know him well. He's finally back from his own hell. His own videos are entertaining. If he shows them, you're gonna subscribe. He's funny, ugly, and back on track. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Huh! Pineapple's great, but it sucks on pizza.